Hi everyone, welcome to week 5. We've gone over so much content in just 4 short weeks, albeit some of them probably seems a little long with the assignments, but you guys are killing it, okay? ScreenPal's only given me 5 minutes to record this video, so I am going to make it very short and brief. So in the last 2 weeks, we've gone over a little bit more in depth about social inequities, racial, academic, cultural inequities, and how those inequities might show up in the classroom and what we can do to close that gap to support closing the opportunity gap for our students as well. Again, we want to promote opportunities for our students to be involved and have access to jobs and content and experiences in life, no matter their background or where they come from. Then we started looking at our newcomer toolkit. A newcomer is any student new to the United States or enrolled in the United States within their first 2 years of living in the United States. Your newcomer students can be linguistically identified as NEP, which is non-English proficient, LEP, which is limited English proficient, or FEP, which is fluency in the English language. A student will be listed as an EL if on their home language survey their family marked that there is a second language spoken at home or their child does speak a second language as well. Then we got into some universal design for learning, looked at coloring Colorado, and then looked at myths about immigration. Obviously, immigration is a hot topic now in our education systems, and a lot of times people will come to the topic of immigration from a deficit mindset, but it's really important that we think about what immigration and diversity add to our classrooms rather than what, if anything, they're taking away. Then this week we're going to continue to look into our newcomer and EL support systems. You guys are going to read an article called Deconstructing Deficit Thinking. So I'm going to ask you guys to define what deficit thinking is, provide some examples of what that might look like in different articles and videos, and then turn that deficit thinking into asset-based thinking. That's also known as the can-do thinking. If you're familiar with WIDA, you know about the can-do factors, and so asset-based thinking is just another term for the can-dos. You have 2 extensions right here. I won't go into them very much, but they are not required. You can see there are no points associated with them right now. One is a video on building relationships with our EL families. Parents want your support. They need our support. Don't neglect that support. And then also an article about Native Hawaiian representation in the classroom. I think a lot of times we think about representation in the classroom, we think about Asian, Black, Native American, and Latino, but we tend to forget about Pacific Islander and Hawaiian as being voices and stories that need to also be represented in our classrooms. Then finally, you guys have your call to action outline draft. This is gonna be an add-on from week 2's second discussion, so you can go back and look at those responses. Week 2, discussion 2 of 2. It asks you to identify a social inequity that you're passionate about. An educational inequity that you're passionate about. And with this week, you're just going to continue to elaborate that for your call to action lesson plan. So if you guys have any questions in the meantime, please reach out, and I will see you guys later. Bye.